I only have a little bit and I wanted to make sure I made this video. I was so excited when I saw that Kilian came out with a new fragrance. Thought perfect for fall. It's one of my favorite cocktails. Done. Ordered the 7.5 milliliter vaporizer spray, Old Fashioned by Kilian. I have a long history with Kilian because I was hired to be a brand ambassador for them for Saks Fifth Avenue on Michigan Avenue. Whether I should have done that or not, I guess we'll never know. I always have a certain loyalty and faithfulness to Kilian, so I hate to make a video like this, but I am not happy. An Old Fashioned is one of my favorite cocktails. Someone I know makes an awesome one, and if I can get him to make a video to show you guys exactly how it's done, as Gracie would say, the proper way, I'll preface this or put it after my review. Excellent. Excellent Old Fashioned. Point being, I was super excited to have a fragrance that I thought would be intriguing if it smelled similar to his cocktail. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. It does have a little bit more sillage and longevity than the typical Kilian fragrances. It's got that going for it. But to me, and granted this is my nose and my preferences, but it smells like a well whiskey poured over cigar smoke. So someone smoking a cigar, somehow the smoke from it becomes solid and someone poured well whiskey over it. Well being, you know, house whiskey, so the cheap stuff. Yeah. It does calm down. It becomes a bit more of the aroma of when you go into like a cigar shop and it's got those bold aromas and kind of heaviness to it. More like a whiskey that's not on the sweeter side. Gosh, honestly, I don't really know whiskeys all that well, but I do know that I like the sweeter ones, and this doesn't necessarily smell like the sweeter ones. I'm not even going to attempt to describe whiskeys because I don't know them well enough, but I do know the difference between what tastes like a high quality liqueur versus, you know, the cheap stuff. Anyway, as I was saying, it does calm down. It does simmer down to more of a heavy cherry cigar type aroma, which is tolerable. I'm not going to say I absolutely detest it. Straight out of the bottle, yeah, a little too much for me. But as it calms down and dissipates a bit, I can handle that. But it's not going to be something, honestly, that I reach for. I did order it directly from Kilian, and if I could, I'd return it directly from the Kilian website. Only better with age. Old Fashioned is a new fragrance of heritage and sophistication, transporting you to the Scottish Highlands. Fireside inside a family estate layered with generations. Perfume opens with a sip with wheat absolute and the slightly floral liqueured aspect of Davana Essence, to then lead into a complex of ultra-concentrated cedarwood essence and everlasting absolute with long-lasting notes of Styrax and Tolu Balm. Dare to try Old Fashioned, a fragrance from another era, a modern refinement in scent that looks and feels in hand exactly like a moment of tasting the finest. Old Fashioned, the fragrance, is in the crystal bottles that are so gorgeous that Kilian creates to really put you in the same feeling of a high quality cocktail. According to Frangradika, Old Fashioned by Kilian is considered an oriental fougere for both women and men. The nose behind this fragrance is Sidonie Lancesier. They design a lot of Kilian's fragrances. Top notes are wheat and Davana, middle notes Immortelle and cedar, base notes Tolu Balsam and Styrax. So I definitely get the cedarwood. I think it's very strong on the cedarwood. Maybe mixed with a bit of that Immortelle. Immortelle to me smells a bit like frankincense, but don't quote me on that. Kind of what I get from it. According to Frangradika, the longevity is rated as, it's pretty across the board between very weak and eternal. Must just depend on your own, how you wear it, and your own personal body chemistry. Sillage is voted from intimate to strong. Most votes seem to be for the strongs. I agree with that. I think the sillage is pretty wide strong sillage in terms of the longevity. On me personally, got a good couple hours out of it. I did spray it before bed, woke up in the morning, and I couldn't smell it. So, but please let me know your opinion. What do you guys think? Did you try Old Fashioned? What were your thoughts on it? I would love to hear. Let's get this conversation started. I guess it will just be one of those reminders to not blind buy. If you enjoy a fragrance that smells like liqueured, dark cherry, cigar type smells, you're probably going to be a huge fan. I, on the other hand, I'm a girly girl. I tend to go for girly girl scents or scents that I will appreciate on a man. And yeah, this one's just not doing it for me. I'm sorry, Kilian. You have so many fragrances that you just knocked out of the park, but this just isn't one of them, in my opinion. Do you guys think differently? If there's someone out there who's like, oh my gosh, this is the best Kilian fragrance ever, I want to hear about it. And as I mentioned, if I can get my mixologist to show his creation high quality old fashioned, I will have it here. If not, I love you guys. Hope you're having a great Labor Day. It's Labor Day weekend, Friday of Labor Day weekend. We'll see when I get this out. I've been kind of slow with my editing lately. I love you all. I appreciate you all, and I will see you soon.